Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. We're doing your everybody has been talking about, okay, the latest craze on this channel, which is where we do Vedic sidereal astrology. It is a general prediction, okay. For people who does not know, this is what we follow on this channel. It's also gonna be useful for your ascendant and your moon sign. Now, this is a general prediction as far as like what we practice in Vedic sidereal astrology. Your Mahadasha and your Antardasha, which is your Subdasha, is something that you have to look at first in your own chart before you can go for the transit. And again, this is a general prediction. Now, before we go to the wonderful, amazing part of this reading, those are just a disclaimer. So now that you got that, let's all welcome a very amazing astrologer, Dr. Pai, right here.
Namaste, Sal, and namaste to all your viewers. It's a pleasure to be here and to talk about what's in store in the stars for us for the month of January 2020. And as you already said, this is still a very generic prediction in general, but I think some of them will come out to be very, very true. I've seen this, even though they're very generic. I think many of those themes will be playing out in your life that we're going to discuss now. So we're going to do it for Aquarius, Ascendant, and Moon for the month of January 2020.
Here we go. Take it away, Dr. Pai.
Okay. So Sal, for people who are Aquarius, Ascendant, and Moon, what I have to say is this month would be for those people who have Moon in Aquarius, you will be entering into your 7.5 period of Saturn, starting with your Sarisati. Okay. Again, nobody should fear about these transits. Okay, it's normal. Saturn is just going to come across every 29.5 years, around 30 years. It's going to come back. So this is coming after 30 years for you. So the last time it was there was 30 years ago, and after 30 years, Saturn is coming back over your natal moon in Aquarius. So usually these are the times when it is transformative. But what I've seen, again, I want to dispel the fear for people about Sarisati, nothing to worry about. It's not about fear mongering. People who get organized, structured, centered, aligned, and balanced, that is what Shani wants to teach you. Saturn wants to, it's a tough taskmaster, but it always gives you lessons that you take away and cherish for the rest of your life. It brings discipline. It can bring some restrictions in certain areas that you don't need to focus on. Imagine that you have been partying too much for so many years, but maybe Saturn is saying if you keep doing that, then your health is going to suffer. So you need to get that rest and the balance right in your life, whether it's professional life, whether it's personal life, whether it is private life. You need to get the right set of balance. That's what Saturn is going to do that for you. And with that, in the month of for the month of January, for Aquarius Ascendant Moon, what I'm seeing is some things related to your home is going to definitely be the highlight, with Venus coming in the first house. And let's not forget, Venus is also the ninth house for them. So it's a Yoga Karaka. Yoga Karaka means it's in Vedic astrology when a lot of the fourth and the ninth, which is a lot of a trine and a lot of a square houses, when they come, they give you real favorable results. So Venus coming there, beautiful for home environment, for opening up your channel of luck. Floodgates are going to open up for you with Venus. Venus is very, very benefic. And after 24th of January, it's going to be even more giving you that results, because the aspect of Saturn is going to go away. Saturn aspects its third aspect from Sagittarius onto Venus, which would be transiting into Aquarius. So, but after 25th of January, when Saturn is going to move forward into Capricorn, you will see a lot of benefit. I think for Aquarius Ascendants, it's an excellent time in terms of home improvement. Those people who wanted to buy a car, who wanted to change their vehicle, this is a good month for them to change that, because Venus is coming there. Also, in terms of wanting to express yourself in terms of love, also beautiful, because the fifth house lord is Mercury, which will be transiting into the 11th house for you. So 11th house is all about expression of your desires. Whatever you needed or whatever you wanted from life, this is the time to look up to the universe and say, I want this. Because Venus is Mercury is going to bring you that, because Mercury is also the lord of transformations, because it's the lord of the 8th house for you, coming to the 11th house. So maybe through some speculations, maybe through a lottery, maybe through certain things can happen to you which might bring you wealth in this month of January. Okay. But having said that, you have an eclipse which is happening in the 5th house for you.
Yes.
The lunar eclipse on the 10th of January is happening in the 5th house of your relationships. So, of course, remember, because Mercury is the lord of the 11th, 8th and the 5th, going into the 11th house. So be careful about your friendship and your social network. And because also with your relationships, because that is happening there, you can go, both ways. So for these people, I would give some dates, which would be, they have to watch out for Aquarius. Watch out for dates between 10th and 12th of January, not favorable for you in terms of, your work. You might be overworked, or suddenly you might find that you come back from a holiday and there's tons of piled up work, which is, you need to clear out. So the pressure would be on 8th, 10th, 12th. 14th and 17th, okay? These might be not favorable days for you, but for speculation, if you want to buy a lottery, maybe you might get lucky during those days. Other things, it's you get worn out. 23rd to 26th of January, another day when I think you just need to lie low and take the energies as it comes, and not get don't speak much about anything, because you might easily be misconstrued in your words with people.
That's perfect. Now, for our viewers over here, let me explain what this, what we are mentioning about your, going to enter your Saturn, Sadisati. Okay, so think of it. If you guys know, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Netflix, right? Try to look for Marie Kondo. Okay, so she's this girl, right, who organized stuff in a very chaotic house. So Saturn is Marie Kondo. She enters a house, she fixes it. What is Saturn now is bringing is basically discipline from your 12th house. Of course, it's going to come to the first house, and it's going to come to the second house in your environment. It's a 7.5 period. So it's more of organizing. Okay? But the thing is, if our life is chaotic, Shani, Saturn basically needs now to come in and enforce structure. So things that you don't need, that's what Marie Kondo does, right? She will take it away and out so you have enough space for new things to come. So this is the time where release and let go, because it's a very transformative 7.5 period coming by end of January. So nothing to worry. You're basically just having a real Netflix experience of Marie Kondo. Okay? So that you guys got it now. So, Dr. Pai, with the Aquarius Ascendant and Aquarian Moon, they have a lot of activities with regards to their dreams and desires. This is your 11th house. As far as like Jupiter that is coming there, so I wanna give you guys the happy news, of course. When Jupiter enters their 11th house, this is your income. This is your, it's like this is your dreams, your desire. What are the things that they should be looking at as far as like 11th house?
11th house, also what I can say is peace of mind. It's about short travels. It's about wanting to go back to university education. People who are wanting to go for higher education, this is a good time. It's going to be an excellent time. This year is going to be good for your elder siblings. 11th house is also about elder siblings. Also, what I want to say is people who are interested in drama, dance, music. I think this is going to be an excellent year for them. And also the month is going to be good with Venus coming there. And at the end of the month, when you see Mercury is going to come into their ascendant as well. Mercury coming there is a beautiful energy, and that's typically I think Mercury is going to transit there around about 26th, I would say, of January,
Right.
or around 30th. So that's when I think February is going to be a good month for them, excellent month. With the fifth lord, fourth lord kind of coming and conjoining, and if I usually see this is the time when they want to buy a property. Not everybody, but if the dashas and the antardashas, which is the major periods, are supporting them, they will definitely go. And for Jupiter coming in the 11th house, it's just rainfall of money for this year. I would say a second house lord coming to 11th house, excellent period, very good period for them. So for Aquarius Ascendant Moon, excellent period. With just the Saturn coming there as a caution, which can give you. So Saturn is very good because it can make you save for the rainy day as well. Yeah, so it's
And
good.
this is what I'm seeing, guys, because if Jupiter is, beefing up, meaning, that house of income of yours, and it's coming in the 11th house, as soon as Saturn goes to your 12th house, it's preventing the losses. It's delaying, losses over there, which means you are now going to be conservative with regards to your spending. So you will see that there's a beauty out of sadi sadi, isn't it? Okay, so don't fear it. So we all go through it. It's a 30-year cycle. Everybody's still living, so there's nothing to fear with how to say this, with this transit of Saturn, coming to your 12th house. However, what I do suggest is, when you are going through a transit like this, it is most likely important to find, okay, it's like a guide, okay, especially, it's like, Jupiter, it's in our own home now. As far as, like, there's gonna be a lot of, as a general energy, a lot of people who's gonna be out there teaching and expressing and sharing knowledge, such as Dr. Pai sharing us his knowledge, so that we can maneuver through our karma, okay, with ease. We can't escape it, we just have to live it, okay? So, Dr. Pai, any last word for Aquarius Ascendant and Aquarius Moon?
Okay, one final thing which I can say you with a lot of confidence, again based on their major periods and minor periods. Excellent time to get married. If you have been waiting, because Jupiter, through its fifth aspect, is aspecting the third house, with its seventh aspect is aspecting the fifth house of relationships, and then the seventh house with the ninth aspect on the seventh house, marriage. When I've seen when benefics are aspecting, the seventh house, when the ninth house or the fifth house, I see a lot of promise for marriage. So I think all of those people who are wanting to seek marriage, or people who are wanting to get married, this is the best time, I would say. This year, I would say. This year before November 22nd,
Yes.
excellent time. It's saying, when I'm saying best time for marriage, remember, I want to reiterate this. Vedic astrology or Jyotisha is a science of light which shows you the most favorable periods during your time when you can manifest something. When I say you are ready for marriage, that means you have to make an attempt to bring those relationships. You just can't be sitting inside your house and wanting that you'll have a handsome prince or a princess is going to come and marry you. No. Or you're going to kiss a frog and it's going to turn into a princess. Please don't expect that. But you have to make effort. But I think if you make an effort, excellent period for Aquarius Ascendant Moon.
Okay. So, just to close this transit reading general prediction, what Dr. Pai is also expressing to us is that all this prediction and transit, these are all doors, basically. If we choose, because since it's an opportunity to walk into that door, then of course chances are for us to receive that energy is right there. However, what is on the other side of that door, we don't know. Kidding. It's just the opportunity is there. It's up for you to grab it, especially like what Dr. Pai is saying, with regards to Jupiter and Sag. It's looking at basically your seventh house, which is gonna be ninth house from Jupiter, which is in Sag, which is your seventh house. okay, because it's aspecting it, it's going to be the perfect time for partnership. But of course, partnership comes with business partnership, so this is going to be an auspicious time also if you're looking for someone to work with. Okay, so with that being said, I hope this was a very helpful transit general prediction for the ascendant in Aquarius and Aquarius moon. For anybody who would like to have their own, reading by Dr. Pai, I've consulted Dr. Pai for all my transit, especially like, major stuff like this. All his information is down there in the description box. And you just have to click it, and then you just have to, book an appointment with him. And it's very amazing. Trust me on this one. All right. So thank you very much, Aquarius. I'll see you next month. We do this every month, and this is the first kick off January 2020. Bye, guys.